Hello everybody. Hey, we've been trying to do this GPS speed test forever, and the weather hasn't been very conducive to that. So got some sunshine today, very bright. We'll see if we can get something done with this. Got birds everywhere, got water coming down the gutters from the snow melting off the roof. I've still got a little bit of snow in the street, so I'm going to give it just a little bit of time and see if we can't get a better little clear patch to do the GPS testing. If this is your first time here, we've got the WLtoys 144001, and for a long time I've heard rumors and ideas that if you took the diode off the back of the motor, it made it go faster, it made it compatible with 3S. So what I did is I put a switch on the back on the motor, and we've already done a voltage test. It's in another video. I'll throw that up here if you want to see it. Today, and it didn't make any difference. If you watch the other video, you'll understand what I'm talking about, but it didn't make any difference in a static test. So today we're gonna load it up and do a speed test on it. I've got these big Mondo tires on the thing, and we'll do a speed test with the Mondo tires. I'll try it on 2S and 3S and see what it does. I'll go ahead and tell you now, these tires are too big for this car. Did find some that fit. They function on there, but with the 2S or 3S, they load the motor up, they load the ESC up way too much. So in my opinion, now what I'm going to do with the speed test, I just want to do it to do it. I'm going to roll into the throttle a little less aggressively. Where you're going to get into problem with these big tires is right off the line. If you punch it hard off the line every time, you're going to heat the ESC up, you're going to heat the motor up. If you roll into it, you'll be okay. So if you just wanted to do speed passes with it, you can get by with these big tires. I'm more curious. The car, it ran 30 on 2S and 40 on 3S. So I'm more curious what it's going to do. This car is going to be converted to a brushless. I'm going a little different route than everybody else. I'm going to a smaller motor. So that's going to be next, but I got to get this testing out of the way first. And the purpose of the switch is so that I can turn the diode on and off. We'll do a speed test to see if there's a difference with the load. I don't think there will be, but until I test this for sure, we don't know. I've just heard it from so many places that taking this diode out of the car makes a huge difference. So rather than speculate and make opinions on it, we'll just do the testing, and then we can kind of clear this up one way or another. So let's get out there and see if we can get this test over with finally. I gotta have to say something real quick. This whole thing was kind of a fiasco. So the Insta360, completely my fault. I didn't have enough room on the memory card, so I only got a little footage on that. So sorry. Okay, the primary thing today, we're going to try to do a speed test. This is on 2S. I'm going to use the big honking tires. There's the switch that I've got on here. Right now the diode is in the system, in the circuit. And I'm not going to put the body on here because it's with all the switches and the other stuff and the GPS, it's just going to be a pain to change batteries. So for today, we're going to run it without the body. I think I've got enough room. My photographer is not here today, so I'm going to be using my Insta360 camera. It's right there to catch all of the action. And I'm going to use my iPhone to do this stuff. So let's see if brought the right controller out. Okay, controller's on. Car's on. It appears I brought all the right stuff. So this is on 2S, and all I'm going to do is try to get a Couple of speed passes in here. Okay, I'm not going to do a whole lot with this today, so let's see what we showed for top speed. It was, yeah, that's not what I expected. It's only 25 miles an hour. I kind of thought it was going to be faster with the tall tires. Maybe the motor just doesn't have enough to do it. See if we get another pass in there. Maybe, oh, you know what? No, it's turned all the way up. And I got 26 on that pass, and let me see what everything's doing. And you know what? It could be that I've slightly damaged the ESC and or the motor. Let's see where we are. We're only at 98 degrees on the ESC, and the motor's only at 57. So doesn't seem like I'm loading the motor. I hit the armature, and it's only at, oh, I held onto the trigger. Only at 61 degrees actually on the armature. So I suppose it's possible that I damaged the ESC on this thing. I don't know. So I'm gonna put, because it last time I used it, it smelled really bad when we were done. So what I'm gonna do right now is put the 3S in there and see what it does on the 3S. Okay, I've got the 3S in there, and we're zeroed back out. See what it does. So I don't know if something's damaged on here, or the little 1500 battery just doesn't have enough oomph to drive the car with the big tires on it. Whoa. Well, ooh, I see smoke. Well, that's terrible. All right, well, let's shoot this anyway. See what we got. 100 was 126, and when I first stopped, the case of the motor is at 83. And the armature, it's only showing 88. Well, that really stinks. I don't know. I'll try to do get a peek on that. Let me see if it's recording now or not. Yeah, it's recording now. So we'll try this one more time. I don't know, it keeps cutting off. I don't know if it's the ESC, it just cuts off in front of me. So I don't know. Yeah, that's only 32 miles an hour with the big honking tires. So let's see what the ESC. 151 degrees. So, man, and nothing what I expected. Oh, wow, the motor's really hot now. That's bizarre. I don't know why my digital thermometer's not reading that. My digital thermometer is only showing 91 degrees or so on the actual motor, and I can't put my hand on it. Oh, there we go. 113. Maybe it's because it's too shiny, or maybe I'm hitting the plastic. Maybe. I don't know. But I know it's uncomfortable to put my hand on. Well, I don't understand. I'm not showing the correct temperature because it is unpleasant to put my finger on. So we're going to call it an incorrect reading on here. Flip the diode off, see if we get anything any different. Okay, that was ow. The motor is very hot. I can't imagine why the infrared thermometer is not showing anything any more than what it is. See if I can get a temperature on the inside. Okay, now we're seeing the motor temps, 180. So I don't know. I'm confused. I really thought these were gonna make it go faster with the big honking tires, but apparently it's not. With the I didn't do the diode in and out on the 2S. I did it in and out on 3S, and it didn't change the speed any at all. So I'll give you some conclusions on this, and then we can go from there. Anyway, one thing I did discover, I had some real high motor temps. And one thing I did discover is the fan is no longer mounted to the armature on this, so the motor can't cool itself off properly. I don't think that's of any consequence today, or maybe that's what set all of this into motion, but the motor is smoked on this car. So, and it was before I started this test. I got it really hot when I did the snow drive with the paddle tires on it. It got really hot that day. I could smell it, but then I did a speed test afterwards and it was still okay. But then I did the last testing, and probably that's when I smoked the motor, because I got it really hot on these big tires. So the speeds were way off from what they should have been. The motor smoked. I don't know when the fan broke, so I don't know what killed it. Was it just the running, or was it simply the fact that I didn't have a fan? The ESC still seems to be okay. The dropout, I don't know if that was the ESC dropping out or if that was the motor giving out or getting too hot. I don't know if there's a temp sensor in this thing or not. So this whole test was really kind of inconclusive. Let you make whatever you want out of it. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I might just go ahead and buy another motor and try to rerun this last test. I'm not gonna. This is my #1 car, and all of it still works. I'm not going to put the big tires on this car and tear this one up. This car is intended to stay stock, so it's never gonna, it's not an experimental car. This one with the big tires is my experimental version, so it's the only one that's going to be tinkered with. The other one, I like it the way it is. So I'm doing this one. I'm doing this one for you guys, and again, I don't know if I'm going to get another motor for this thing and try it, or if I'm just going to go ahead and do the brushless conversion. You might throw in the comments what you would like to see. I can get a motor pretty cheap. So if you want to see that, throw it in the comments. I'll try to pick up another motor. If you'd rather just see me do the brushless conversion, I want to do the 2845 brushless conversion with the smaller motor. I just want to try it and see what it does, and I'll get a 3660 or something and put in it if the little motor doesn't work well. So that's about all I got for right now. So I want to thank all of you guys that are subscribers. If you're not subscribers, consider it. Share this with somebody that's interested in this particular car. The diode thing, we tried it with no load on the motor, tried it today with the load on the motor. I didn't see any difference at all. To be fair, this motor's smoked, so maybe with a new motor it would show up. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that the diode is just there to suppress reverse voltage that would damage the rest of the components in the car. So that's all it's for, as far as I'm concerned. I've seen many places where take the diode out, it'll run faster. Didn't see it. Take the diode out, it'll run on 3S. Mine runs on 3S with the diode in. So I'm rambling now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this thing off. You guys have a great day, and I will catch you down the road.